Sounds of gentle, ethereal space ambient music slowly fading in and then settling under the narration very subtly. Imagine a ship, not of wood or steel, but of intricate metal, wires, and cameras hurtling through the vast, cold emptiness of space. For 20 years, it was our silent scout, our tireless messenger, orbiting a world of unparalleled beauty and mystery. And then, its journey was over. Not with a whimper, nor a distant drift into the cosmic void, but with a deliberate, fiery plunge into the swirling, majestic clouds of Saturn itself. On September 15, 2017, after nearly 24 nail-biting dives between the planet and its icy rings, the Cassini spacecraft, having delivered research data to the very end, became part of the gas giant it had studied for so long. It was a planned, bittersweet farewell, a grand finale born of necessity and a profound commitment to protecting what we might one day discover. This was the end of an era, a culmination of decades of human ingenuity, and an investment of approximately $3.26 billion, a sum that might seem staggering, but which funded one of the most ambitious and fruitful missions in the history of space exploration. Let's rewind, back to the beginning, back to a time when Saturn was largely a distant, enigmatic jewel in our telescopes, its secrets barely hinted at. In 1997, NASA, in collaboration with the European Space Agency and the Italian Space Agency, launched the Cassini-Huygens mission. The spacecraft was aptly named after two pioneering astronomers, Giovanni Cassini, who discovered several of Saturn's moons and its famous ring gap, and Christian Huygens, who first identified Saturn's largest moon, Titan, and correctly described the nature of its rings. Their legacy, spanning centuries, found new life in this robotic explorer. For 7 long years, Cassini-Huygens journeyed across the solar system, a silent pilgrimage through the interplanetary medium. It bypassed Venus twice, then Earth, using their gravity for a slingshot assist, gathering momentum, slowly but surely making its way towards the ringed jewel of our outer solar system. This was not a quick trip. It was a testament to patience, precision, and the extraordinary distances involved in exploring our cosmic neighborhood. Finally, in July 2004, Cassini achieved orbit insertion around Saturn. The images began to flow back to Earth, and with them, a cascade of revelations. We saw Saturn's rings not as solid bands, but as intricate, dynamic structures, teeming with complex patterns, spokes, and even tiny moonlets weaving through them. We witnessed atmospheric storms on Saturn on a scale unimaginable on Earth, swirling vortexes of gas and energy. Cassini became our eyes, our ears, our scientific probe, meticulously mapping the planet, its magnetosphere, and its vast retinue of moons. But Cassini was not alone. It carried a precious passenger, the Huygens probe, a European Space Agency marvel designed to plunge into the atmosphere of Titan, Saturn's largest and most intriguing moon. On Christmas Day 2004, a quiet miracle unfolded in the distant reaches of space. Huygens detached from Cassini, beginning its solo descent. On January 14, 2005, it successfully landed on Titan, becoming the first probe ever to land in the outer solar system, and the first to touch down on a moon other than our own. The data Huygens sent back was transformative. It revealed a cold, orange-hued world shrouded in thick nitrogen clouds, with a landscape shaped by liquid methane and ethane, forming rivers, lakes, and seas. Imagine standing on a shore where the rain is not water but liquid natural gas, and where mountains are made of frozen water ice hard as rock. Huygens gave us that glimpse, expanding our understanding of planetary diversity beyond anything we had known. Back in orbit, Cassini continued its work for many more years, far beyond its initial planned mission. It performed countless flybys of Saturn's other moons, revealing further wonders. It discovered plumes of water ice erupting from the south pole of Enceladus, a small icy moon, indicating a subsurface ocean that could potentially harbor conditions favorable for life. It explored the bizarre spongy moon Hyperion and the two-toned Iapetus. Every day brought new data, new questions, new insights into the formation and evolution of planetary systems. By 2017, after 20 years in space, Cassini's fuel supply was dwindling. A decision had to be made. Allowing the spacecraft to drift aimlessly or crash uncontrolled carried a risk. What if it accidentally contaminated one of Saturn's potentially habitable moons, like Enceladus or Titan, with terrestrial microbes? Such contamination could compromise future searches for extraterrestrial life. The scientific community, with immense foresight and care, decided on a grand finale. This was not a tragic ending, but a final, heroic act of scientific integrity. Cassini was deliberately sent on a series of daring, unprecedented dives between Saturn and its innermost rings, a region no spacecraft had ever explored. These final orbits were a data goldmine, revealing more about the planet's internal structure and the composition of its rings than ever before. Each dive was a calculated risk, a testament to the engineers and scientists who had steered this vessel for so long, now guiding it through its final epic maneuvers. And then, it was time. On September 15, 2017, Cassini, with its cameras pointing into Saturn's atmosphere, transmitted data until its very last breath. As it plunged deeper into the dense, churning gases, its fragile components began to overheat and disintegrate. The signal flickered, then vanished. Cassini, the magnificent explorer, had become one with the planet it had come to know so intimately. The Cassini-Huygens mission, with its $3.26 billion investment, was more than just a collection of scientific instruments. It was a testament to humanity's insatiable curiosity, our drive to understand our place in the cosmos. It transformed our understanding of Saturn and its complex system, revealing a dynamic, diverse, and often surprising corner of our solar system. The data it sent back will be analyzed for decades to come, continuing its legacy of discovery long after its physical form ceased to exist. This incredible journey reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge, the exploration of the unknown, is an investment not just in science, but in the human spirit itself. It expands our horizons, challenges our assumptions, and inspires future generations to look up, wonder, and explore. What are your thoughts on this monumental mission? Do you remember following Cassini's journey? Share your reflections in the comments below. And if you found this story compelling, please consider following for more journeys into the wonders of space and science. Thank you for listening. And ambient space music swells slightly and then fades out completely.